investigated all that, but like shared that with people, like what does tattooing, where does it come from? What does it mean for different cultures?
It's definitely
like the
different.
Yakuza, certain criminal societies, prison tattooing.
Underground, overground, you know, mainstream. You know, I mean, it's like it means a million different things to a million different people. I like to think I've, you know, spent a lot of years investigating all these different sort of facts and factions of, you know, the history of the thing, and that's the pool of knowledge that's out there, that's existent, and that's where I want to sort of go.
Yeah, well, you're a real master, and you are that a link, like, you know, you're in that generation. No, man, you're like a link to that whole thing.
I was in the right place at the right time, you know. I mean, I owe it to, you know, I owe all that
whorehouse in Puerto Vallarta.
Well, actually, it was Veracruz, Mexico, where I did my first tattoo in a hotel room above a whorehouse, you know, on a sailor, you know, and yeah, that was that, you know. This is this, and it's you know, it's all good, man.
Well, I'm gonna ask you one. They're telling us that time's up, but this is kind of not such a great question, but like I know you've tattooed a lot of like, you know, celebrities, whatever. I know Johnny Depp's a close friend.
Jim Jarmusch, man.
And
he was a real pain in the ass.
Really? Did he start crying? No, but I want to ask you, because I know you tattooed Johnny Winter, right?
That was...
he's like an albino cat. And I was just curious, like, did different people's skin have different texture? The ink, or like...
Yeah, everybody's skin is different, you know, like, it's got nothing to do with pigmentation. I mean, like, black people have very soft, sensitive skin, and some white people got alligator hide and some don't.
So it affects your technique, like the texture.
You got to adapt your technical shit to, you know, to work with, you know, the canvas at hand, and that changes, you know, within that range. I mean, Johnny Winter is interesting that you mention him, because he was just one of the first guys that in the public eye that was just this old redneck, you know, wild man blues legend that was covered in tattoos. And yeah, I tattooed him along, you know, down the line, and you know, since then there's been a lot of other public eye people, you know, getting tattooed, and it's, you know, you turn on MTV and they're and that's, you know, that's another show right there. I mean, you know, there's so many segments and situations and you know, there's just it's across the board. Tattooing is humanity segmentized, you know, across the board as far as who's getting them, why they're getting them, and what they're getting for. You know, it's a very personal thing. We met
those old cats on the Bowery that had those. You can't even see their tattoos anymore. The guy was like, yeah, 25 cents they got down there.
Yeah, Charlie Wagner, you know.
Yeah, Charlie
Tattoo
Wagner.
history. You know, I've been researching that shit, and, you know, had the privilege of knowing a lot of those guys and feeling they're still alive and kicking, and I would like to sit down in this kind of format and bring these guys down and, you know,
yeah, man.
Go there.
Well, we need a show with you, man, talking to these guys, traveling around, teaching us.
These guys are the guys that, you know, me and, you know, teach all of us, and, you know, everybody's got something to say about this, and it's,
all right, well, we want to see some of it. We want to see more of that stuff.
Thank you for your, you know...
Thanks, Chas.
Well-wishing.
Yeah, I want to see it.
Well, I want to see
shows.
it too.
We want shows.
We want shows.
We want shows.
We're ready.
Tattoo shows.
We're in there.
All right, well, thanks a lot.
Thank you, bro. Bada bing, bada boom.
Okay, what do I have to do? What do we do? Which camera? This one? Yes. They're telling me to look in the center camera. All right. I got it. You're watching Fun City Tattoo on the Static channel. Is that right? Hi, I'm Jim Jarmusch, and you're watching Fun City Tattoo on the Static channel. Is that all right?
I think you did.